how comprehensive that win was?
Yeah, look, I was probably most pleased with our start. It's an area that we wanted to be really strong at today. We had a big focus on sticking to the basics and doing our fundamentals incredibly well. And I thought we established that in the game really early on. And I thought especially the leaders drove that for the majority of the week and especially heading into today. So I thought that was a really strong performance from the boys.
Do you think the team took their foot off the pedal at all, or do you feel as though it was the Suns sort of working their way into the contest and their ability to compete?
Yeah, look, I thought the Suns worked their way into the contest through the middle of the game. There's no doubt about that. You know, they certainly stepped up. They're a good tackling team. They tackle pretty strongly. They worked their way back into the game and arrested some momentum. But I thought the boys, continued to find a way for most of the day. We understand the Suns are pretty inexperienced and lost a few of their key players, but at the same time, I thought our guys, certainly our basics and our fundamentals around our game are in good shape.
You had some really big wins this year. That was another one. So you seem to be really taking your chances, especially from a percentage side of things, given what happened last year. Is that one of a sort of theme to really take the chance when it presents itself?
We haven't spoken about that at all in terms of percentage or those things. What we have spoken about is the fact that every contest does matter, and we had no greater lesson than last year. So we'll continue to forge on with that similar message that every minute, every contest, every quarter is important to our footy club to continue to build the basics that are going to be important to stand up in big moments. So that's been our sort of message for most of the year, and it'll continue to be that way as we move forward.
What do you make of Clayton Oliver's performance, especially at the start there? You seem to really lead the charge.
Yeah, he was great. Put it on some of those inside mids. Last week we were a little bit slow. Early in the game, I think we're down by 20 against Adelaide early. So put it on those midfielders to really get us off to a fast start. And I thought they sort of set the scene in there, and Clary was certainly one of those guys.
Play forward as well. How impressive is that becoming that part of his game?
Yeah, we're starting to really find a niche for some of our guys to go through the midfield but also play forward. I thought Petrarca's game continues to evolve. I thought Jesse Hogan was strong today, and obviously Clayton's ability to go forward now and impact the scoreboards are an important part of our team. So we'll continue to foster that and grow it, and hopefully make it thrive over the coming weeks.
Yeah, an update on Joel.
Yeah, he's got a broken collarbone, so he's headed to hospital already, and he'll have surgery tonight. So we're probably looking at, it's a bit unknown, anywhere between 3 and 5 weeks. So, we'll wait and see how the surgery takes place and how he pulls up. And obviously, our medical team do a good job, so get him assessed and get him back on the park as quick as we can.
Jesse Hogan, he seemed to be going through a bit of a flat spot by his lofty standards. Was it sort of pleasing to see him really fill his boots today and have a really strong performance? Yeah,
I've been interested in that commentary. He certainly hasn't kicked the goals in recent weeks, but what I have loved about him is his ability to compete, especially in outnumbered situations, and just bring the ball to ground. And I think that real competitiveness in his game and the willingness to keep going comes out in days like today, where he actually gets his reward. So I've been really happy with how he and Tom have operated inside our forward 50 on those things we've spoken about. So, I was really rapt for him today that he did get some reward, because he's been doing a hell of a lot of hard work.
You've been forced to reshuffle the defence already with Jake going out. Do you know how that's going to sort of look in the next couple of weeks, given that Joel is going to be sidelined for an extended period as well?
Yeah, no, I'm not, Ben. But, it's something that we can go away and have a look at. I think our coaches have done a really good job at adapting to some personnel. So we'll continue to do that. We've got some guys that are obviously coming back from injury. Jaden Hunt played his first game. We had Bailey Fritz down there at the end of the game today. Cam Pedersen's been, we've repositioned him in the VFL as a key position defender and has played some outstanding footy. So we've got some options. So we'll have a look at that and make a decision later in the week.
How far away is Hibbert? How's he tracking?
Yeah, he's probably 1 more week away. So he won't play next week, but he'll play the week after.
Great story to see Vandenberg back as well. You must be pleased for him to get a consistent run of luck. Yeah,
really rapt for Aaron. It's been 2 years nearly. I think his last game was round 23, 2016. So it's been a long time, and I thought today he was really solid. He probably should have kicked a couple of goals, but he missed them. But he's gone through a lot of hard work, and his resilience certainly around his footy, but also around his personal life. He's had a lot go on, and he's a really important part of our footy club and our footy team. So it's great to get him back out there.
Just more broadly, how pleased have you been by the team's response when you lost those 3 games in a row? You were 8 and 6. Could have gone either way, but you've now won 4 of your last 5, and that one loss was the last kick of the night. How pleased has that been for you?
Yeah, look, we've been building some really solid form in the last month. You know, a lot of our key performance indicators, even when we lost, we're still tracking in the right direction. So we knew that if we kept doing the things that we've trained to do, our form would turn around, and I feel like we're building a really good block of form at the moment. But you know, our challenge is to look 1 week at a time and look ahead to Sydney this week. It's going to be a really big game.
You've been impressed with Jeffy's work rate since coming back into the team?
Yeah, it's been the hallmark of his last few weeks. Is he's working a hell of a lot harder. You know, especially in and around the contest and his pressure. I thought, you know, for 4 quarters today, he really stepped that up even to another level. So, you know, his stint back in the VFL has been good for him. He's come back in and starting to create some really good habits inside that forward 50.
You mentioned a couple of the injured guys as well. Do you have an update on Viney, how he's tracking?
Yeah, look, Vines is, you know, we'll start reloading him shortly. He won't be available unless we're fortunate enough to get through to the finals. So his whole plan, his whole preparation will be around that. So we'll just have to wait and see with that. He's in limbo for a little while. But, you know, our first thing is to get his foot right, get it reloaded and get him prepared as best we can.
How confident are you getting auction back next week?
Yeah, look, he's still 50-50 at this stage. He ran Saturday. He'll increase his speed early in the week. So we'll have a better indication, you know, come Tuesday, I reckon, on where Jake is. So he's probably still 50-50. We certainly won't take any risks with him at the moment. But in saying that, if he progresses through his rehab well and he's available, then he'll play.
You've got quite a decent run into September coming up. But do you sort of get a feeling, 3 quite tough opponents, you know, if you deserve to get there, you get there kind of thing, with your destiny in your own hands as well, given you're 4th at the moment?
We just focus on our next opponent, which is Sydney. We have all year. We're process-driven. We stick to our basics and our fundamentals, and in the end, the ladder looks after itself. So where we sit at round 23 will be where we sit. So I'm looking forward to this week. Cheers, guys.